I was already screaming when the bus jerked to a stop and the overhead lights flickered because the seat behind me was empty. And I know for a fact someone had been sitting there. I'd heard him breathing, slow, heavy, right behind my head. And then nothing, just empty fabric and cold air. But I need to rewind because it didn't start like that. It started like any other late night bus ride after work, the kind where the city feels hollowed out and exhausted. Midnight rain glazed the sidewalks. My shoes squeaked when I stepped on board. The bus smelled like wet jackets, old coffee, and metal that had been worn down by years of hands and time. There were only a few of us scattered across the seats. Nobody talked. Nobody made eye contact. That's when I noticed him. The sleeping passenger sat in the very last row, hood pulled low, head leaned against the window, hands folded in his lap like he'd done it on purpose. Like he wanted to look peaceful. He was completely wiped out. Every time the bus hit a bump, his head tapped softly against the glass. Thunk, thunk. It shouldn't have bothered me, but it did. Something about the rhythm crawled under my skin. He didn't adjust, didn't react, just kept breathing. At least I thought he was. The bus rolled on. Streetlights slid past in blurred yellow streaks. People got off one by one, footsteps echoing, doors hissing shut. The sleeping dude never moved. No phone buzz, no stretch, no annoyed sigh when the bus jolted, just still. I told myself to stop staring, mind your business. He's just knocked out, but my gut kept tightening. About 15 minutes in, the driver called out, "Last run to Ashbury Terminal." His voice was rough, tired, like he'd said it every night for years. A woman near the front groaned and stood up. Another guy muttered something under his breath. The sleeper didn't stir. At the second to last stop, a guy across from me leaned closer and whispered, "Yo, that dude in the back. You think he's okay?" I shrugged. Tried to sound normal, probably just out cold. But when the bus took a sharp turn and his head didn't move even an inch, my stomach dropped. Then I saw the window. The reflection showed the aisle, the lights, my own face staring back too hard. But where his face should have been nothing, just darkness, I blinked hard, told myself it was the angle. Rain, shadows, long night messing with my head. Still, I couldn't stop watching him. If this were you, sitting there with that feeling crawling up your spine, what would you do? Would you get up and check on him, or do what I did and pretend everything was fine? We pulled into Ashbury Terminal. Final stop, the place was dead, cracked concrete, one flickering street lamp, warehouses looming like silhouettes. The driver stood up and stretched. End of the line, he called. Everybody off. I grabbed my bag and stood with the others. The driver glanced toward the back, frowned. "Hey," he said louder. "Last stop, man." No response. He sighed and started walking down the aisle. I watched every step. My heartbeat got louder the closer he got to that back row. "Sir," the driver said, reaching out. His hand went straight through the seat, empty. The last row was completely empty. No messed up cushions. No warmth, no sign anyone had ever been there. "What the hell?" the driver whispered. I saw him. I said, my voice shaking. He was back there the whole ride. So did I. Someone else said. The driver looked sick. "Nobody got off," he said. I check my mirrors every stop. We searched the bus anyway, under seats, between rows, even the small storage compartment up front. Nothing. The doors hadn't opened since the last stop. There was nowhere he could have gone. Then the driver froze. "There's something here," he said. On the floor beneath the back seat lay a single bus ticket, old, yellowed, brittle. I picked it up and my breath caught. The date punched into it was from 22 years ago. Same route, same terminal. The ticket was ice cold, And suddenly that metallic smell was back stronger now, mixed with something damp. Like rain, soaked dirt, images started surfacing in my head. Half-remembered news stories, whispers about a late-night crash. A bus that never made it to the terminal. Passengers found still seated, sleeping, the driver swallowed hard. They say, he muttered, barely audible, some of them don't know they're gone, just keep riding. No one spoke after that. We stepped off the bus in silence, the doors hissed shut behind us. As I walked away, I glanced back through the rear window. For just a second, he was there again, hood up, head against the glass, eyes open, staring straight at me. Then the lights went out. I didn't sleep that night, or the next. Even now, every time I ride a bus after midnight, I feel someone sitting right behind me. Breathing too quietly, waiting for the final stop, I check reflections. I listen for that soft thunk against the window. And I never fall asleep. If you've got a theory about who, or what that passenger really was, drop it in the comments. Like the video if this story got under your skin, share it with someone who rides late at night, and subscribe for more stories like this. And next time you're on a quiet bus after dark, maybe stay awake.